Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. An honor to meet you in this beautiful day. I would like to say thank you for your coming in my presentation and thank you for the chance that given to me. It's great to see you all. Before we start our seminar today, let me introduce myself. My name is Jeddy Bintang Ammar Syahir. I'm from Indonesia. And now I'm a student of medical faculty in Bengkulu University with my registration number H1A021033. Okay, in this opportunity, I would like to present about, as we see in the slide with the title, Toxicological Effect of Commonly Used Herbs and Spices by Burku Guldikena, Gizem Katalkayap, and others. This seminar is divided into 4 sessions. There are introduction, aim and method, result, and conclusion. Okay, let's begin in the first session, introduction. Please look at the picture. What do you see in the picture? Great. There are herbs and spices. Herbs and spices are used in foods to improve their flavor, color, and sensation for culinary purpose apart from their health-promoting effect. Therefore, worldwide use of herbs and spices are more than estimate amounts. Each region and culture has its unique recipe, and their specific herbs or spices relate to this recipe. In addition to their contribution to our cuisine, phytochemicals in herbs and spices may have anti-cancers, antibacterial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory effect. Consuming herbs and spices may not provide health-promoting effect due to their low consumption rates. However, extracts or oils derived from herbs and spices can be consumed as supplements which include higher concentration of phytochemicals. Therefore, the relationship between the dose of phytochemical and their toxicity is a critical subject. There are several in vitro and in vivo studies on phytochemicals in herbs and spices about their cytotoxicity, carcinogenicity, neurotoxicity, genotoxicity, and teratogenicity. In this session, possible toxic effect of commonly used herbs and spices such as cinnamon, clove, peppermint, peppers, basil, and garlic. Okay. Aim of this research is to find out the toxicological effect of using herbs and spices, as the method is using in vitro and in vivo. Have you ever read any medical studies? If you have, then you have probably seen that some of them are in vitro and some others are in vivo. These two terms sound very similar, so it's not surprising that they are often confused. However, there is a very big difference between them. In vitro is a medical experiment or a study that is performed only in a laboratory dish or a test tube. In contrast, in vivo describes a medical experiment or a test that is performed on a living organism, example, a human being or a laboratory animal. In vitro studies are the very beginning, and they are important because if they are successful, they lead to future research. In vivo studies are the continuation that look at how the drugs affect a living organism and that can lead to the drug being widely used in life outside of a laboratory. The result of this research, there is cinnamon. Cinnamon is a common spice used by different cultures around the world, owing its medicinal or culinary use. Numerous findings show that cinnamon has potential hypoglycemic and cholesterol-lowering, insulin-like, antioxidant, wound healing, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. For instance, possible toxicity effect of cinnamon extracts in different concentrations. The results showed that the cinnamon extract was low to moderate in toxicity and the concentration below 0.5 gram each kilogram dose. On the other hand, cinnamon significantly decreased the number of nuclei and altered the distribution of embryos in female mice after 2 weeks due to anti-proliferative effect of cinnamaldehyde. Moreover, the cytotoxic effect of aqueous cinnamon extract on human and mouse cell lines. It could be concluded that aqueous cinnamon can be more cytotoxic to cancer cell at concentration just above 0.1 and 6 milligram each milliliter. Then we got clove, or we can call Zizinium aromaticum. Is of great interest for pharmaceutical, cosmetic, food, and agricultural applications due to their potential biological activities. This plant represents a rich source of essential oils and phenolic compounds including hydroxylabyl tannins, phenolic acids, and flavonoids. It is an important medicinal plant due to its wide range of antioxidant, antimicrobial, anti-nociceptive, antiviral, and anti-cytotoxic activities. The daily quantity acceptable for clove per day was established as 2.5 milligram each kilogram of weight in humans by the WHO. Evaluated the overall acute and subchronic toxicity of clove buds polyphenols on B-star rates. It was found that clovenol didn't show any adverse effect when compared to the untreated control group. I am to investigate the cytotoxicity of clove oil to human skin scalds. While clove oil was shown to be highly cytotoxic to the skin cell, when tested at concentrations as low as 0.06% due to its major component of eugenol, the second major component, caryophyllene, didn't exhibit any cytotoxic activity. And there is peppermint. Peppermint has been used in both food and pharmaceutical industries because of its beneficial effects for human society. This plant is widely used in folk remedies and traditional medicine for the treatment of hot flushes in women, irritable bowel syndrome, herpes simplex virus, nervous disorders, and mental fatigue, nausea, and digestion. The main chemical compounds of the peppermint are based on phenolics, areocitrin, rosmarinic, menthol, and others. Side effects of peppermint have been usually reported as mild and minimally toxic. Additionally, high doses could be hepatotoxic and nephrotoxic. Subchronic toxicity of peppermint histopathological change consisting of cyst-like space scattered in the white matter of cerebellum, as well as nephropathy, were observed in the highest dose. Atonia decreased blood creatinine content, lowered terminal body weight, and caused histopathological change in the liver, and the white matter of cerebellum were induced by pulcone. Then we got peppers, present in capsicum spices, which are secondary metabolites that impart hot taste in fruits or vegetables, also known as pungency. Apart from being used for culinary purpose, capsicum species also take a significant part in pharmacological applications, especially capsaicin was demonstrated to have therapeutic effect on several diseases such as urinary system disorders, obesity, renal failure, neuropathic pain, and other things. Capsaicin is termed as double-edged sword, since it was shown to have carcinogenic, neurotoxic, and genotoxic effect. The acute toxicity of capsaicin changes depending on both animal species and the way of administrations into the body. Intraperitoneally introduced capsaicin demonstrate genotoxicity in mice, which caused significant difference in the frequency of micronucleate. Also showed that capsaicin had a genotoxic on human peripheral blood lymphocytes in a dose-dependent manner. And then we get basil, or we can call Ocimum basilium. It's commonly used as a culinary herb. It has great importance as a medicinal herb. Major essential oils of basilium are determined as linalool, eugenol, estragol, trans-A bergamot, and terpenen for OL. Furthermore, eugenol is commonly used in most care products such as mouthwash, and become irritant after a certain concentration. Use eugenol at higher concentration may also lead to irritation at the intestinal tracts in humans. And last, we have garlic, Allium sativum, can be consumed in different forms such as oil, powder, raw juice, and extracts. Pharmacological use of garlic has been reported as antimicrobial, antithrombotic, antihypertensive, and antihyperlipidemic agent. This report shows potential toxicity of garlic with its capability to alter biochemical factors in fetal tissues. The toxicity of garlic was evaluated for intraperitoneally and oral delivery with low and high doses. The result indicates that low dose has little effect on liver and lung issues. However, high dose of garlic causes severe damage to the lungs and liver. And we reach at the last session. The conclusion are the possible toxicological effect of herbs and spices have been investigated in several in vivo and in vitro studies. In these studies, dose-dependent toxicity of commonly used herbs and spices were evaluated. The results indicate that those related side of toxic effects should also be considered for daily consumption of herbs and spices. Underestimation of toxicological effect of herbs and spices can cause several health problems, which can be eliminated with lower dose consumption. Hence, studies focusing on the possible toxic effect of phytochemicals in herbs and spices are required to provide a guide for determining consumption dose to reveal their health-promoting versus disruptive effect. And the summary point are, although herbs and spices promote our health, attention should be paid to their application dosage. Comparison of toxicological studies of herbs and spices is challenging due to the differences in the concentration and toxicity of active compounds. Herbs and spices will be selected and used considering their health benefits as well as toxic effects. For better evaluation of herbs and spices, susceptible organs or systems in living organisms require further in vivo studies. In toxicological studies on herbs and spices, more in vivo studies are required. However, technical and economical factors may be restriction. Well, thank you very much for your great attention, ladies and gentlemen. May all those we have shared be beneficial for all of us. If there are any questions, please send by email at jeddybintang@gmail.com. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.